We are just a stone's throw away from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame as we get set for football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at 2nd down. Well, if you look at this Week 1 matchup on paper and you see the Titans' name next to the Browns' name, you're thinking, there can't be much history there. But if you factor in that the Titans used to be the Houston Oilers, well, there is good history there because these two franchises were division rivals in the old AFC Central. That was before. Patty's taken down. This will be a Browns sack. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Let's go. The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Hey, exit.
Now the 3rd leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 36, Mayfield. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
An opening for Chubb on 1st down as he dashes forward for about 7. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The Browns opted not to pick a running back with their first 2 selections at number 1 and 4 in the 1st round, but they circled back in the 2nd round and got a really good one to Nick Chubb out of Georgia. Broke off a nice run there, and that's where he's good. Good vision, able to see where the hole is, and make nice gains each time he touches the ball.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Check, watch 54, watch 54. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Kings. Right there. My touch.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Mayfield now. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Regular.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Drops it off for Chubb. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Go. Yep. 58, Mike. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. Hustle.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They've had touchdowns on both of their drives thus far, but now they face a 3rd and long. Off play action, Tannehill. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Beckham, the return. A first update now out of Jacksonville. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
54, Mike. Hey, alert 33. Hey, seam 6.
They run again on first down, Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Hey, 20. 54. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Pistol. Check. Watch 54.
On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield. It's caught. Beckham. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield. for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that, got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Now it's the backup Mariota. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Lewis here on 1st down. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
60 or. Let's get it. Let's go.
Now Tannehill sets up the screen to Lewis. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. Touchdown, Titans. Dion Lewis, 41 yards, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
Alert, alert! Alert, alert!
2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
Let's go, baby! Let's
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
From the gun, Mayfield got a man. That's Rashard Higgins. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
That's where you belong.
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set him back for 2nd down.
Down. 18 Gator. 58. Sam on. Hey, shoot. Check.
Now on 2nd and 16. Tannehill airing it out deep. That's caught inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Jonnu Smith, 56 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s. Back-to-back, what a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
20. Mike my board. Man, that's trash. That's trash. Top left. Mike 54. My touch.
Mayfield on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. This is caught inside the 15. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And he takes this one in for a Brown score. A 3-yard touchdown run. And once again, the Browns are back in front.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
Already looking forward.
Coaching them up from right up here in the booth.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it and potentially make a mistake in this situation and cost myself even more points.
But, boy, getting into field goal range and tying it, that's tempting.
Awfully enticing. You almost talked me into it.
Hey, echo. Hey! Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Now.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
60 Pittsburgh. Move. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike. Here we go. 53's the Mike. 53. Check. 53.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's going to fire one into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Travis Carey.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Check, check. Watch 50. Kings. Here we go. Hey, Charlie. 54, right there.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Mike's 54. Mike's 50. Run. Hey, Foxtrot.
Mayfield. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Hey, alert 33. Double dog. That's the way.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Seibert able to knock this one through. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
We'll see if they do just that. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
180. Max by 4. Hey, we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Real. Mike 50. Hey, Alpha. Target.
Mayfield to throw it this time. This pass complete to Higgins. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. If the ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Jim, you draw Corker. Run. Alert. Hey, orbit. 54 is Mike. Check.
First down, Mayfield. Dancing to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. He was looking for Landry that time. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Here's a quick hitch route and the throw complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards on the completion. And it sets up a third down.
And it's third down.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Number 8, Wahoo! Look at me, zipper! Hey, 58 is the mic. Go 58 is the mic. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on. 58, boys.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Pass caught by A.J. Brown, and that's his first NFL catch. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point up and good by Succop. And that will put them on top here in the third. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Let's put that team on the bus.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
It's gonna be a long day on five. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Here's Mayfield. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he'll get this one down to about the 17. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today.
A 30-yard attempt.
Seibert's kick is good. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. And we're back now here in Cleveland, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw, Tannehill. Now they go screen, it's complete. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Go! It's our time. It's our time.
Tannehill on 3rd down. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Titans. Make that now 4 touchdown passes for Ryan Tannehill. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. The 305-pound defensive end, Jarrell Casey, gets the sack. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Baker Mayfield, as a rookie, 3 times he led the Browns back to victory in the 4th quarter. What can he do here in year number 2? And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run. Now they'll need to draw up something good here on 3rd and 13.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Focus, defense, focus. Right there.
Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. It was Logan Ryan that time who knocked it away. They were trying to erase that deficit in one play.
They certainly were, but how about the reaction time and the instincts back deep to force the incompletion? We might need to mark this one down. We may look back and say that was a game-saving play.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 31-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Tannehill. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They try again with Lewis. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 33 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Jarrell Casey in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. It's caught by OBJ. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Logan Ryan. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
He may try and run for this. And he's got room. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Throwing here, Mariota. Flushed out right. He's going to take it. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Browns drive about to get started. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And he's upended at the 6 as they double their room to maneuver on a pickup of 3. So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason, but now I'm listening to you. So for the Titans, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks.